I'm Genevieve Bargello.
And I'm Eileen Wurst.
And this is CFB News. All the town folks have gathered today at the park to see the sealing of Wade Domino's newest animatronic, Crisp Van Winkle. Crisp Van Winkle is inspired by the legend of Rip Van Winkle, a man who fell asleep for 100 years. This crispy animatronic is wearing a little silly hat and breathes all the time and will only wake 100 years from now. Visitors can interact with Crisp Van Winkle by making him snore or making him wag his tail in his sleep. Over to Eileen Wurst at the scene. Eileen?
Thanks, Genevieve. As you can see, right behind me is Crisp Van Winkle, laid out upon a bed. And as we go to seal this interesting piece of art, it's hard to know that, we will not see it in our lifetime, but this will be something that is enjoyed by the previous and firstmost and furthermore generation. I am going to go over here and press one of the buttons. Oh, and look at that. Crispy's blowing bubbles. That's so exciting. Oh, sorry, Crisp Van Winkle is blowing bubbles. I'll press this button. Oh, okay. I have accidentally shifted Crisp Van Winkle slightly, and I'm sure this will have no effect on anything, but I am going to now step away. I'm being asked to step away. So anyway, we are so excited to, see how this project progresses. And, maybe Genevieve, one day we will make it to see it. Who knows what modern science will do.
That's so right, Eileen. This has been CFB,
CFB News.
It's not election season, it's after election season. And today we're talking about one of the fallouts of this year's elections. Now, the mayors were not up on the ballot this year, clearly, because if they were, we would have talked about it. Mm-hmm. It's an off year. We haven't established their term, but it's a length of time.
Yeah.
The length of term is however long we feel like.
Yeah. They have their own rules,
Today we're talking about the results of a lesser race in Clatfartburg, that of the tax collector. Now, what does a tax collector do? That's a great question, and I'm realizing I don't really know in this moment, but that's something we're going to figure out today together.
Oh, I got this.
Oh, thank you, Elaine.
So,
thank you.
In Fox Robin Hood, the sheriff is going around asking everyone taxes. And so people bring out some gold coins, and he just picks them up and he walks away. So
it's just
probably
like that,
digitized now
in this modern day. Yeah. So I was reading online about this phenomenon in Pennsylvania, how a bunch of elections are basically decided by games of chance because there's no nominee. So people just write in a bunch of people. So then they have to pull from a deck of cards to figure out who's going to win. And it's completely random. So I, of course, went, what if you got nominated and won the election for tax collector and you did not know?
Yeah.
And now you are suddenly the tax collector. Now, I assume reasonably people would be allowed to opt out. But in this case, this person didn't, and they took the challenge, and they are 12 years old. and that was my pitch for the episode that I sent to Elaine in a voice note mid this week. Because I was like, I have something.
And I was like, I'm in 2 feet.
So that's the premise of this episode. That's all we have, and we're going to build on that. Because we really want to focus on who this person is. We did decide it was a girl. A 12-year-old girl is running this tax collecting for Clatfartburg. And we want to find what's her story, who nominated her. Mm-hmm. Does she want this? How
does her family want her to do that?
Does her family want her to do this? Are they a line of tax collectors and she's filling up the family thing? Except no, because this was decided by a game of chance. We can decide what that game of chance was. Was it Crispy Bingo? I don't know what that means, but
did
maybe
she
it was
beat out
Bingo.
her dad who wanted it?
Exactly.
There's a lot we can play here.
Is she good at it? What does she think being a tax collector means? Because I don't think it matters what a tax collector is. I think it matters what she thinks it means.
It's what you do with it. It's what you do with the power of it. It's not so much this is what I do. It's like, this is how I'm changing the world as a tax collector.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, for sure. This is Now Entering Clatfartburg, a comedy world-building podcast expanding upon thank you so much. Expanding upon the fictional town of Clatfartburg. I'm Elaine.
I'm Felicia.
And let's get started. So, I didn't like that, and I'd like to apologize.
Yeah, it did feel overly formal, and it stressed me out.
It's been very, this is probably the most structured and put together we've had the start of an episode. We have all the questions.
I delivered an actual pitch for what the episode is.
And there was no hee-haws.
Exactly
you went right in.
No, and you could say, like a tax collector, I sucked the fun out of the space. Really on theme with the episode of local... you know what? This is why. Because this is in my wheelhouse of local government bullshit that I like to bring up on the podcast that always has no jokes included. I never make a joke. I just make serious policy.
Look, sometimes when it comes to world building, you have to get down to fucking business. And
yeah, we have to establish the parking laws.
A 12-year-old girl holds the tax collection position in her hands. Okay? That's a big thing. Let's start with who is she? Who is she?
Do we want to just start with a name and go from there?
Yeah, I think so.
Is there any letter that's speaking to you?
Yeah, I was thinking like not a letter, but sound-wise, something like Erica, like something with a you know?
Yeah,
not Erica, but like there's something. Not Katarina, not maybe K. Something with a K, I guess, is speaking to me.
Okay, I was also kind of thinking K.
I don't want Michaela, I will say. That's my one thing. Yeah. I'm pretty open.
How do we feel about Kimberly?
Kimberly. That's kind of fun.
Kimberly does feel
Kimberly,
kind of
the 12-year-old, is actually a really funny. I don't know why that's funny to me, but a 12-year-old being Kimberly goes by Burly. No.
Kim, that's her muscle name when she's collecting the taxes.
Yeah, because she's like, oh, I'm gonna need an alter ego situation. You know,
the only other name that kind of feels right is Kennedy, but I think Kimberly is better.
We'll hold on to Kennedy. I could see Kennedy could be like a German Shepherd who gets to be like an auditor for a day or something. But yeah,
you were like, that's a dog's name.
And specifically a German Shepherd, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay. So Kimberly's our first name, last name. I did look next to me and see a mug and thought Kimberly mug. Which is not... That's embarrassing. That's a low point.
Is there like a fiscal joke we can kind of make here?
And we have so many fiscal
Kimberly
fiscal
Penny,
puns.
Kimberly Dimesworth.
Kimberly Dimesworth.
Kimberly.
That's a crazy name.
Dimesworth.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to look up old names for currency.
Oh, yeah. Kimberly Franks.
Kimberly Argentis.
Whoa.
She's too cool then.
Whoa, yeah. Kimberly Tuppence. The Tuppences.
Kimberly Tuppence. I don't mind Kimberly Tuppence.
Kimberly Tuppence has a certain charm to it, but with an air of seriousness.
So Clatfartburg's new tax collector is Kimberly Tuppence? Yeah, okay. So that's Kimberly Tuppence. So Kimberly Tuppence is 12 years old, and she is Clatfartburg's new tax collector. Now, I think there were about 8 different people written in for candidates. She did not write in herself because she cannot vote. So that's off the table.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people wrote themselves in. Maybe Mr. Edgars. I'm feeling like he's trying to have a moment. You know, he wants to seem like a good boy, and he thought the only thing he could do is be a tax collector, which is sad. And so I think a lot of people may have written themselves down, maybe their husband down who they want a divorce from, and they just want him out of the house more.
You know, yeah, something like that.
Things like that, these normal things. But who do we think? I do like the idea of someone in her family, maybe her father, wanting to actually be tax collector, and it's somehow ending up as Kimberly.
Yeah.
Or there's the idea of Kimberly doesn't enjoy doing math. And as a sort of insane move, the parents nominate her for tax collector to get good at math, which I think is kind of crazy.
That feels almost abusive.
Yeah, it does. So when I was saying it, I'm like, that actually sounds horrible.
It's like momager for government?
Yeah.
That would be wild. Momager for government. I was thinking maybe there could have been like a little bit of a name swap, because what if her dad also has like a K name that's like long enough that it could be Kimberly? Like what if he's Kennedy Tuppence, but then there was a mix of Kimberly, Kennedy, kind of the same length, start with a K, end with a Y, so it could be a name switch up. It could be maybe she said something pretty sassy when they were out to dinner that people overheard, and they were like, now that's Clatfartburg. And that's how that's the heart of a Clatfartburg tax collector. And word just kind of spread from there after this inspirational moment she did. that she didn't really think about, you know, but like maybe
she
someone
gave a
was
speech to force her dad to tip 30% at a restaurant.
Do you know how many taxes will be taken out of that restaurateur's paycheck? We should give them more. That person just laid on the ground and was dragged around pretending to be dead. This is the least we can do, Papa.
Oh, lunch for lunch.
Oh, yes. Let me provide some context. She witnesses someone getting rid of a body. We need to tip more so that people
These
don't
American
start
workers
murdering.
work so hard.
These Americans doing their best. My only other thing was like if someone was drowning and she saved them, but then asked them for money because she saved them as like payment.
That's crazy. I don't want her to be a villain. I mean, I guess she kind of is.
Like, because we have options here. She can still be good, but I also there is the option here where villain, but like she saved someone from drowning. She's just like, since I helped you, could you give me $5?
I really want this magazine.
It's interesting. A magazine?
Yeah, she wants a magazine.
Oh, yeah. Kimberly Tuppence is like, I'm seeing this. It's interesting because I think she has to have some kind of a spine, a backbone. Like I think she does have some like confidence and maybe, dare I say, a bit of an edge.
I think so too. I think she has to. I think she has a racer scooter she takes to work. And somehow it's such a part-time role that it's actually fine.
Yeah, I mean, she can do it after school.
We're not getting into the child labor. They made it into a tax collector club for her.
Well, and also the laws hadn't been updated. So this is back when like you became adult at the age of 10. So like, you know, with the farming situation and everything, she actually fell in. They just never thought it would happen. So the law never updated it. So like,
she got legally allowed to be a tax collector, and I think maybe there's someone there to replace her if she doesn't feel like doing it that day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's really all optional, but she actually loves this.
Sorry, just the idea of a vice tax collector.
Literally. And so did the dad... Okay, so here's what I think happened. I actually don't think it was random. I think somebody in the restaurant overheard her doing the tip and was like, now that girl. It's like, what's your name, little girl? I'm Kimberly Tuppence. And that person wrote them down. And then I think her dad did want to be tax collector, and he spread this out to a lot of people. I think most people didn't vote because they couldn't remember his name and didn't
vote
care.
for Tuppence.
Vote for Tuppence,
vote
right?
for Tuppence. Vote for K. Tuppence.
And Kennedy and Kimberly Tuppence, it's kind of hard.
Oopsie poopsie.
Kind of hard to remember.
Yeah.
And he wanted to be tax collector, and a few things got missed along the way, and Kimberly Tuppence got written down more than once. Got written down quite a few times, actually.
Yeah.
And I think now her father is vice tax collector, and he's not happy about it.
Because then it's
because as we know, the vice is always the second in command. Whoever loses the race becomes vice tax collector, because that's how Clatfartburg politics work.
Oh, man. Yeah. So Dad's not happy.
I do picture her with a chunky, heavy bang.
Yes. I think she's
chunky, heavy bang.
I think
and
she's
like a
little
blunt
tall.
bob.
Yeah.
A little tall. Chunky, heavy bang, blunt bob.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think everyone's had that haircut at some
black
point.
hair? Are we picturing?
Darker.
I don't know what. Dark. Yeah, I'm thinking on the darker end. Ears pierced?
No, but she wears clip-ons sometimes if she wants to feel fancy.
Sassy. I like that. Boots or sneakers or sandals. This is fair. I don't know why. Look, a tween, we got to know the fashion. I think this actually is very important. I normally would not get this granular, but I do think to understand. What was your
big tween fashion look? Because I feel like it says a lot about a person, like what your tween fashion look is.
So when I wasn't having to wear my brother's hand-me-downs, I was definitely trying to get into the scene emo girl situation. So I did have teal skinny jeans. I did have stuff from Delia's. I had a picnic, like a bag that was like patterned like a picnic table with a smiley face that was eggs and bacon. Okay. I was into the really like those kind of jokey shirts, like edamame, hi, you know, like that kind of shit that was really popular. And I that was what I was doing. Yeah.
I was very much one of those kids that dressed overly formal everywhere. I did that for like 2 years.
I could see that.
Before that, I dressed like a Disney Channel kid.
Layers and layers and layers.
Ripped shorts with tights underneath them. Honestly, I kind of killed that. I kind of murdered that. You know what I mean?
For you, yeah.
The overly formal era was confusing. That was when I didn't know what I was doing, and I wanted to feel like a grown up. So I wore a lot of heavy dresses, you know? But then I also would wear like a Doctor Who theme skirt. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
It was of the era. Both of ours are of the era.
They're of the era. We were in trend at the time.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like, mine was a little out of trend, but it also was like, yeah, you're wearing the fucking bows from Hot Topic. You weren't special, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I really, truly, for most of my adolescence, was wearing sweatpants and sweatshirts. Like, that's literally all I wore. Yeah. So when I wasn't, I was like, get me to the skinny jeans, the teal skinny jeans.
So I think her look is, I don't think she's trying to look like an adult. You know, I don't think she's doing the whole, I don't think she's in the Sephora every week like I hear some of the children are doing. I don't think that's Kimberly Tuppence's thing.
No.
I feel like Kimberly Tuppence in 50 years will be Miranda Priestley.
Yes.
But she's not that yet.
No, this is still the origin block. And maybe this experience
and
will
she's
help
still a
kind of
kid who's having fun.
Yeah, she's got a good childhood.
That edge exists within her.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
This is not child Miranda Priestley. It is a child who will one day be a Miranda Priestley type.
No,
but not yet.
This feels so right with like that edge I was feeling to her, right? Like this makes sense.
Is this a leather jacket child? I think this is a one jacket child.
Yes.
Does that make, because I think there are people who are many jackets or one jacket, and you either have one jacket you wear everywhere and everyone can identify you by the jacket, or you switch it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think this is a one jacket child.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I can see leather. I can see corduroy.
Does she wear a raincoat everywhere?
I'm trying to picture it. She could.
A dark blue raincoat.
Are we talking a raincoat that like does have a hood? Or is she like strictly umbrella, doesn't fuck with that, you know?
Well, she's riding her scooter, so she has to have a hood.
Yeah. Okay. And maybe she
doesn't have room.
I don't know if she wears a hat on top of it, though, like a baseball hat, so that when you're scootering, you know, the rain's coming in your face, so that helps get it out of the way. So maybe she's like chic hats. Maybe that's her thing too, like the raincoat and then really chic hats, and it works.
Yeah,
like it really works.
It's like you don't look at it and go, that child's wearing a raincoat, but it is a raincoat. Do you know what I mean? It's a functional utility piece of clothing.
Yes.
So we just spent 5 minutes discussing her outfit.
As we should. Is she friends with Kathleen Wurst or not?
Because they are around the same age. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't think she's in Trout Scouts. They would be going to school together.
Yeah.
Do we think Kimberly Tuppence is in any extracurriculars, or is the tax thing her whole thing?
That might be her whole thing. I could see her like, I think she has friends, but she might be more of a lone wolf when it comes to hobbies and stuff. So I don't know if she wants to be on a team necessarily.
Maybe we can steal a fact from my life. Where she founded the middle school mock trial team and then proceeded to never be on it.
I really love that. You were like, the community needs this. I'm just gonna.
I was in it the first year, but I didn't do it the second year, so I'm not like fully that.
Okay,
but because to be honest, me doing middle school mock trial was because my school didn't let us do theater. The sixth graders weren't allowed to be in theater until seventh grade. So I saw some templates of what the high schoolers were doing for mock trial, and I was like, "This is theater. Hold on,
like now wait a loophole.
What if I made us do theater?"
Now this is good. I would kind of like her to have that edge too. Like I kind of like the idea of like there's a theater child within her. That maybe she doesn't.
But I feel like we just make everyone theater people.
I think everyone in Clatfartburg is kind of a theater person just from the get-go. Maybe it's I like the mock trial situation. That makes sense. Like especially with this like edge, like she just like finds it interesting to explore like, you know, debates and like gathering evidence kind of stuff, you know, which makes her a great tax collector because that's totally related to what tax collectors do.
Totally.
You know?
I looked it up and it's like an audit thing. I think it actually might only be a position in like Pennsylvania. But that's not, it doesn't matter for Clatfartburg. This is not location locking it. Clatfartburg has its own tax collector regardless of the state.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
I think they're just doing audits and they're making a lot of phone calls is what my vibe is. That's the guess. Okay. So I think we should go into, I think a lot of people believe that her father is doing all the work when this is actually not the case. Kimberly will not let him touch any of her audits, any of these phone calls, any of her databases.
Yeah. And that's
she refuses.
That's grating for him. It's grating for him. It's like your child is
like,
actually
let me
your
at
superior.
him. I just want to audit so bad.
And it's like, also, you gotta...
If you want to audit so bad, you should move to Faxville, am I right?
They have a summer camp if you want to go. You can go right now.
Financial literacy.
They have a private school. Wouldn't that be fun instead? And then I can just step in as tax collector, and that's fine. And you're good, you know? Yeah. Faxville Preparatory is, you know, well...
Is there, like, an opening pitch, you know, at hockey games? Like... You know how in baseball games, an opening pitch, but is there something like that? Can there be something like that so that Kimberly Tuppence can do it for the Faxville
100%. There is the first pitch at the Badminton Emporium.
Okay, so Kimberly Tuppence has gotten to do first pitch. I think she's a local celebrity at this point.
Oh,
and I do think she likes it.
No,
like,
I think she there's nothing wrong. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think you can like fine. It, you know, especially if like you're going to be in a position that's like public facing. And if you like, you should hopefully like that attention because it's happening regardless.
This is not traumatizing and too much pressure for Kimberly Tuppence. This is what she needed.
This actually got her act a little bit more together. She did have a B+ in math, which, you know, when you think about going and auditing math, but like, she's got an A- now. Like she's turning it around. She's found a passion, and sometimes
because now it matters to her. Now she understands.
And it actually has a purpose. Sometimes you're learning stuff and you're like, I'm never going to use this. Like, I don't know when I'd use this. But now she's like...
And all of her friends in class are so fucking pissed. When she's like, well, actually, when I audited Gator Swamp Mansion, and they're like, shut up, Kimberly. We get it.
Can we have a little bit of a scandal?
Yes, please.
She goes to audit somebody and they didn't do shit and the business almost shuts down. I think there should be a situation where someone fucked up their taxes and she finds out, and then it becomes this internal thing of like, do we give them more time or do we like strictly follow the textbook rules? And we like
she comes up on her scooter and puts like crime scene, do not cross around the building.
Oh my god! Because there's things like if you don't pay your taxes properly, sometimes they put like this red poster on the front door of your restaurant, so it looks like you're closed, but you're not. It just says these people haven't done their taxes, blah blah blah, and then you walk in, but a lot of people just see that and they go, "Oh, you're closed," and they don't come in, and it's like a big shame, your scarlet letter, so to speak. But I could see this becoming like a town council meeting, and people are coming forward to talk. Because like, what if she goes for like a big one, you know?
Yeah, and I think there might be a little bit of a scandal where there was one place that fucked it up a little bit, but she was nice to them because she liked it.
Yeah.
Because she is 12. The coat store.
The coat
where she
store.
bought her single coat once, but she loves that coat so much. And they messed it up, and she was just like, hi, guys, it's okay. We're going to work this out. Here's the form you need to fill. I'm going to fax it to you. You know what I mean? But I think, who does she go for? Because I think we should strike out La Marque Rouge because it's always our fucking punching bag.
Yeah. Sorry, all my
I
things
think it should be something
floor.
People like more. It's not Pankin. She has her shit together.
Yeah. Hunch for Lunch tends to have it together.
I think so too. I think Gator Swamp Mansion has it together. My original thought is Pankin's Personal Pan Pizzas.
Pankin's Personal Pan Pizzas?
Well,
yes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Did I say something wrong?
No, I forgot the name and I enjoyed it again.
You just forgot
that was me reliving it in the joy of like little Elijah Pankin.
I like that PPPs is more memorable to you than the actual name.
Well, at first I was like, Nancy has pizza. I was like, no, Elijah, that's right. And I was like, oh, Pankins. I was just caught in the whimsy.
Where it's like, it's his first year of business. He's still selling boob pizza at this point, lest we forget. You know what I mean? And I think maybe he just doesn't really know what he's doing. He's young, you know?
Yeah.
And he says that on the phone. She's like, well, that's not an excuse. I'm 12. Hangs it up.
And that is that's actually a hard argument to.
Yeah, you kind of can't. You kind of can't fight with her there.
So Boob Pizza is in dire straits.
Yeah.
I guess we haven't gone back to PPPs, whatever, in a bit. I mean, is he like a pretty good staple, I would think. He was doing well, you know.
Yeah, for reference, I think it's actually pretty blunt because context, because so far this episode's been pretty clean. Mm-hmm. Elijah Pankin is Nancy Pankin's nephew. He was apprenticing under the blacksmith in the same tent as the legendary Filippini was making pizzas at the retirement home. When he was in that tent, the tent caught on fire, and he started saving all the pizzas because he has pizza senses. This is the most supernatural element of Clatfartburg. We're not going to go into the details, but he does have pizza senses and just has an innate ability to understand what is good about pizza and how to make good pizza. So he then apprentices under the legendary Filippini and opens up his own store, Pankin's Personal Pan Pizzas, known as PPPPs. There he serves lots of good pizzas as well as boob pizza and ball pizza.
Perfect.
Thank you.
The town's rallying then. And we've got an issue. Because maybe what would Dad's advice? What's Kennedy Tuppence's advice to Kimberly Tuppence? The advice she never asked for. Because Kimberly was like, we have to shut this down. He didn't pay his taxes. I came up to me on my scooter and he was like trembling, like he's scared. So he has something to hide. It's not looking good for Elijah. Hasn't really he's probably, I don't imagine Elijah's the most well-spoken. I imagine he kind of stumbles over himself a lot. I imagine him like Hugh Grant in 90% of the movies he's in. That kind of
the Sense and Sensibility, I was reanimated in a cave and I can't tell anybody about it vibe.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I think
which is, I guess, a bit of that. Not a universal reference, but I find it very appealing.
And I follow it. I follow
always how I respond to it, and people always go, "Yeah."
They're like, sure. I see it. I've been there with you. Yeah. So he has that going on, which means it's kind of fair how far this has gotten. And I don't know how much a business would owe in taxes, but let's say it's in the thousands. Because that's a spooky amount.
This is actually the best parallel for Elijah Pankin, and not to bring it up, but if there is a Philippe Desjardins of Clatfartburg, it is Elijah Pankin.
It is Elijah Pankin. 100%.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's just what we need to do. He's not French.
Yeah, but he's Elijah Pankin. He's got that. I'm a little wet chihuahua.
That 3-line immediately murder Timothée Chalamet role vibe from the movie we've never seen. Yeah, he's definitely got that vibe.
Oh, Elijah. Okay, so he's not doing well. And so to appeal this, he is getting help, I imagine, from Filippini, probably. And Filippini hates tax collectors. Oh, they've tried to get him before. All of his
but I'm in my cart and they can never catch me.
They could never catch him. That's maybe how he ended up in Clatfartburg for a little bit. He's literally evading taxes, possibly. Who's to say? Yeah. So he might not also be giving good advice. Yeah, ambiguous if Filippini's ever paid his taxes.
The legendary Filippini only takes cash.
I could see him never paying his taxes.
Yeah.
And getting away with it for his whole life. I don't imagine him ever getting jailed. I think he gets away with it. So yeah, he's being I guess it would be easiest if you went and bought a van and just go. You can go.
Literally get the fuck out. And maybe this is happening while Nancy Pankin is on her bachelorette party, so Elijah Pankin can't talk to her for help.
Oh, yeah.
Because Nancy would fix this.
Yes, she would. She would be able to be
like a test for Elijah Pankin as a business owner, the first time he's encountered real adversity. And
yeah, this might be his first real adult thing too. Starting a business is an adult thing, so he's coming of age. But I feel this is really that big final coming of age block over the head. I fucked with the government. Oops. We've all had a fucked with the government. Oops.
Always.
Natural. Totally natural. Okay, so I'm thinking we have a council, a town hall meeting of sorts. And we have people come forward for and against,
I just want to say one thing. I do want to say the strategies Kimberly has applied to shame this business is wrapping it in crime scene caution tape. And then I think she's printed out posters of herself with a thumbs down that says Kimberly Says No.
Oh, I like that. And it looks really cool. It was cool design.
Yeah.
I think she got her high school friend to do it. I could see her having a high school friend.
Yeah.
Not one she's going to go smoke cigarettes with or anything. It's
like a normal one.
It's a nice, you can think of
a mock trial mentorship.
Exactly. It's that mentorship, big sister, whatever kind of situation you want to, put it in. That's the thing. So I'm thinking she had a high school friend on Yearbook who put that together for her. She has a budget, it sounds like. Actually, the tax collection department has a little bit of a budget, so she is
I'd love to see her return. And those are some itemized receipts.
Oh no, do you know Kennedy Tuppence's favorite food is boob pizza?
Oh my God.
So like, if this gets shut down, where the hell is he going to get that? You know? So I think dinner's tense. I think for dinner, Kennedy goes and gets a bunch of PPPs.
I do think Kennedy's had a lot of arguments with his wife about boob pizza, and he's like, you don't understand. It's just two perfectly personal sized pan pizzas. It's a better deal than the rest of the menu. It's not about the boobs. It's actually just a good financial deal.
And I still like your boobs. These are different boobs.
They just remind me of yours.
Yeah. No, look, I get that these ones got a little soggy. I'm not saying that your boobs look soggy and saggy or anything. It's different. It's just like, it's the metaphorical reminder of your boobs. But it's boob pizza.
It's reminding me that boobs exist and that you have them.
Yes, I think it's keeping our marriage alive. Like, we can order ball pizza. We could get that. I don't like the flavor as much, but we can do that. If that would, like, I can compromise. You can have balls, I can have boobs.
We can leave the leftovers for the kids. They won't know. It'll just be one pizza that's left.
Exactly. It's fine. So I think dinner's a little tense. I think
yeah.
We're all tense about pizza choices, and Kimberly, is like, I'm gonna go.
Father, where did you get these?
She takes a bite and she goes, this tastes wrong. It's like, oh, did I get the wrong flavor? And she's like, no, like something's wrong. I can sense my tax collector senses are tingling, and I feel like something's wrong. And is this what I think it is? And he like tries to hide the box. It was like on the table, and he goes to sit on it. I don't know why that was just.
He's like furtively putting them in the trash so she doesn't see. Oh, Father, what are you doing?
Interesting. He like also, this is like after, like maybe he brushed through it. It's after dinner, and she like had gone upstairs, and then she's just suddenly behind him. Father. She's kind of like a ghost.
What's this receipt I found in the trash? It's important we record our receipts.
Yeah. It's so interesting.
It's important to keep them
template
in case the tax collector has anything to say about it.
And
who's the tax collector? Me.
What if in those moments she calls him Kennedy since they're in a business setting?
Kennedy.
She's like,
I'm going to level with you.
Yeah. You weren't really hired for this position. You just ended up in it. And I feel like I'm not really getting enough effort from you. And I feel like you're trying to, I don't know, do something illegal by trying to save Pumpkin's personal pizzas. I don't know. There's just something about it. And Kimberly says no. What does Kennedy say?
Good night, Dad.
Night, Dad. Gonna go watch a movie tomorrow? Sounds good, Dad. Okay. Okay, so Elijah Pankin, nervous as hell. Would Flippini step into a town hall meeting? Would he do it to save his little Pankin boy? I think Blacksmith would show up. Blacksmith has someone else to do his taxes, so he's like, I don't do that.
I think that happens. I think, and it is funny, they do live next to the credit union and tax whatever capital of the world, so it's like very easy to get a good deal on getting your taxes done because it's actually the most in-demand job in Faxville.
Yeah, I feel like this is the kind of thing where Blacksmith hears Elijah Pankin didn't pay his taxes, so he goes, all right, sounds right. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm not shocked by that, I guess. It's just, Elijah's not dumb. He's just like not...
He's frazzled.
He's very frazzled. The
engagement with his girlfriend fell through, and he's trying to figure out when's the best time to ask again. This is all lore. I think this is in the episode called The Blacksmith, which is really a lot about Elijah Pankin, retrospectively.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Was this Hannah Decoupage? He was...
Hannah Decoupage.
Right, yeah. Damn. Oh, so he's really going through it right now.
They're still together. But his bold dreams did not happen.
Yeah. So yeah, he's going through it. I think he definitely has to try to make a pizza to see if he can sway Kimberly. So he has to figure out what is Kimberly's favorite pizza.
I think that's true. I also think the legendary Flippini was like, I'll go, but I'll go in disguise so I can take off the disguise and then do a pizza trick if you need a distraction.
Oh, that's good. We know the man loves cartwheels.
He has a messenger bag, and in it is just a ball of pizza dough.
He's like, okay, if anyone asks, I'm Floppini. Okay.
My first name is Flop I-Eeny.
Flop I-Eeny, okay?
Okay, yeah, I like this idea. How does he try to win Kimberly over? Because really, it's just about getting him an extension to finish the taxes. It's not about getting the taxes forgiven. He's willing to do it. It's just Kimberly is drawing such a hard line because she's like, I don't want people to think just because I'm 12, I'm easy to win over.
Exactly. She also has a favorite pizza place that's something else, and she's sick of her dad bringing home this pizza.
And I think in Clatfartburg, historically, there's been a thing of, you can always get an extension. It's okay. People are very lenient in the tax collector's office. It's very relaxed. Well, not when Kimberly Tuppence is in office.
Kimberly Tuppence wants some fucking order.
She wants order, and she wants things on time. So when Elijah Pankin went on this old past advice at like those little coffee chit chats for business owners in the area, now he's fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think, maybe he does win her over, or something changes her mind and allows her to kind of relax a little more and understand that people aren't trying to take this job away from her. They actually do respect Kimberly Tuppence, you know?
Is she in a park eating a popsicle or whatever and like brewing over this? Like she's frustrated. And then the previous tax collector sits down next to her and they have like that moment. This comes up because my friends and I were watching Hallmark movies and one had Dolly Parton. And I was like, every Dolly Parton movie, there is a moment where the protagonist is sitting on a bench, confused about their life decisions. And then Dolly Parton comes out and sits on that bench and says like 3 lines. And then they go, my life is figured out. And then Dolly laughs. And it happened.
Okay.
It immediately happened. So we could have something like that happen.
So she's sitting on a bench. She's stewing. She's eating a popsicle. So mad. Mm-hmm. And who comes over but the tax collector who held the position for 42 years and finally retired up until this year, leaving the open field for the Tuppences to rise, sits down. And Kimberly goes, Polly Darton?
That's me.
I thought you retired.
Well, retiring doesn't mean I'm dead, silly goose. I'm still around, you know. Oh, you seem to be like you're struggling through something, though. What's going on in that little pretty head of yours, hun?
Well, I'm the new tax collector, Polly Darton, and there's this business who won't pay their taxes.
So you're little Kimberly Tuppence, what they call the Fist of Law and Order. And I've been hearing you've been punching some people up a little bit, and there's nothing wrong with that. Of course there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it, but there is sometimes you have to look at the greater impact of what you're doing. You're here to collect taxes, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I worked that job for 40 years, and I still sort of don't understand it. That's just the nature. But sometimes you have to think about, sure, it's kind of like when you're roasting a possum over an open fire, and sometimes you realize the possum actually wasn't dead, and the possum runs away. But is it worth getting that possum back, or are you going to go, you know what, that possum has had the laugh scared out of it, but it kept on living. Maybe we should just see what happens to it. So maybe your little problem there is a possum. And maybe it's acting like it's dead, but maybe it deserves a second chance at life, because in the greater scheme of the economy of this beautiful town that's full of small businesses of all types of varying levels of normal to uncomfortable, that's the ride of Clatfartburg. That's kind of what makes Clatfartburg so silly, So yeah, I don't, does that resonate with you at all?
You know what, Polly Darton? That's exactly what I needed to hear.
Aww.
And then she gets on her scooter and scoots away. I do think, just as a side note, she did shut down High Octane Spa with cats, and nobody was mad about that.
Thank God. Thank God. That's actually what, she was already, kind of well-liked, and that's what put her on the map. Actually,
Yeah,
it's the
that's why
first
they
thing she
haven't
did.
ostracized Kimberly Tuppence. They're all like, thank fucking God you shut down High Octane Spa with cats.
Thank God.
I think this gives her the openness that when Elijah Pankin presents her with a Yes Kimberly pizza,
Yeah.
that includes all of her favorite toppings that he gathered through, I don't know, what's a way that he would gather that that's not creepy?
Maybe he knows, maybe he talked to Kathleen Wurst or just a friend, or maybe he knows the pizzas that were ordered, and then like maybe just talk to Kennedy, because Kennedy's probably actually talking to Elijah behind Kimberly's back, which is an issue.
We established this. It's
makes
an
sense,
issue.
yeah.
It is a problem.
That's a big issue. Can you make a scooter pizza? A
scooter pizza with all her favorite toppings. Which, okay, what are Kimberly Tuppence's favorite pizza toppings?
Okay. Green peppers.
I was going to say green peppers.
Love
And
it.
I do feel like this is the closest to a self-insert I've ever made in Clatfartburg, I'm going to be honest.
I'm going to throw out something wild. I think she likes to dip her pizza in ranch. Like, I think that's kind of her signature thing.
I like it.
You can see, yeah.
So she has
nothing
a
too
green
wild, but-
pepper, a green pepper scooter with ranch on the side. I think you could make a fucking great scooter out of green peppers, though.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know if she likes pepperoni, maybe some sausage for the wheels, or...
Yeah. And a stuffed crust.
Immaculate.
Yeah. The calzones are wheels.
That's so big. Wait, hold on. How big
I guess
is this?
they could be like mini calzones, I guess.
It's
But
so
imagine
huge.
it's a stuffed pizza for the
I guess
wheel
maybe
that you
he
bite
made
into
this.
it.
He made a large pizza for the whole town hall to enjoy.
This is good. Yeah.
Because he's like, I know I run my business on personal pan pizzas, but I thought today it was time to break out the big guns, because he gets to stutter because he's like Hugh Grant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then those anxiety moments. And does he trip a little bit?
Somehow
when
on
he
flat
brings it up?
surface. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and this is great because it also shows Kimberly that like he loves making pizza so much that he was able,
But
like,
he was just-
like the passion is there, and
She's
he
like-
was just dumb.
He loves making pizza the same way I love being a tax collector.
Yeah.
And she understands because she's let her mock trial team down. They've been asking you, Kimberly, where are you? But she's been so involved with this job of being a tax collector that she had to drop out, which is fine. They had plenty of people, and it's not that labor intensive anyway. But she understands because she got so involved in this that she understands how he could overlook the taxes, which to her seemed like the most important thing in the world.
Yeah. And so when Elijah finishes, you know, and people are applauding because it's good. It's like light claps because it's kind of awkward to loudly applaud and whoop in a government building with fluorescent lighting and what I imagine is like a kind of conference room situation. You know, he's like, the question is just up in the air. Maybe someone on city council. Has Tori Cobbleton been dragged into this possibly at this point?
Ooh. Do we think she cares at all?
I don't think she cares, but sometimes you have to, you know, just show
Pretend
up to
you
shit
care.
to care.
Yeah.
So maybe she's like up there on the like the board like table
Yeah.
situation, but she's like tinkering with the clock. She's playing with the clock, and the timer keeps going off randomly while Elijah's and she's like, I'm so sorry, I'm so close, I'm doing this in mountain time, and it's just a situation because it's currently in Pacific time, and it's really hard to move the hands while keeping them in the beats per minute. I'm so sorry. Like, she says it long enough that Elijah loses track of what he was saying. He's like explained the wheels 5 times, but it's okay. But yeah, you know, maybe Kimberly Tuppence is looking out of the crowd and she's like feeling this change of heart. And then she looks at Polly Darton, and Polly Darton, who loves tall wigs, just as a side fact, tips her wig. She gives a little wink. You can hear the little laughter in a way.
Like a ghost.
Like a ghost, because Polly Darton's been dead for 10 years. And no one knew. No. Oh, she'd be a great ghost one day. Okay. We're not
Dolly
gonna
Parton
kill
or
her.
Polly Darton?
Polly Darton. Dolly Parton will live forever. She probably would be a fun ghost. Like, if we're going to have a ghost.
No, exactly. That's
you
what
know,
I'm
she'd
saying.
be
And I'm
fun.
like, I'd say me, you know what I mean?
She'd
Like,
do
if I'm
little
gonna
pranks and hijinks.
If I'm going to have someone haunting me,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
I hope Dolly Parton lives a very long life.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to be haunted by someone, I'd welcome that, you know?
Yo, totally. Yeah, I would let that happen.
I did have a thing last night where there was out of nowhere this thing that sounded like a girl going, oh my God, what the fuck? And I think it was something on the street. And I was like, what if that was a ghost? And what a cool ghost to have. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm gonna be haunted by something, I'll go like, oh my God. Like, that's what I'll take.
America's newest, hottest reality show. I'm haunted by a celebrity. Hi, everybody.
I'm sure that exists.
Like, that would be amazing. Elvis Presley is in my Connecticut home.
Do we think after all this speech, does she go, you know, Elijah Pankin, we're not so different, you and I. You have your pizzas, and I have my taxes. And I think this experience will have taught you a good lesson about getting in your taxes on time. But I can see through what you've done here today that you have a lot of passion. And I really like the green peppers and the little calzones for the wheels. And so because of that, I will be giving you a 30-day extension to submit your tax returns to me. And you can get them wrong one more time after that.
And the people rejoice.
Kimberly says yes.
Woo! People start chanting Tuppence.
Tuppence
pizza.
Oh my God, do you think PPPP's has a Kimberly special from this day on?
Yes.
That's a little green pepper scooter. And
Scooter
then in one
wheels.
of the windows. Yeah, and then in one of the windows they have a sign that says Kimberly Says Yes. Like they have her poster.
That's really cute.
That's actually really sweet.
Oh, that's really cute. Oh my God. Okay, wait. And this whole meeting ends. And then Kimberly, it keeps clicking to her. She's like, wait, things that are more important. My dad. And he wasn't there that night because he was just so distraught. And so she goes home. And there's Kennedy. He's eating the last...
Sadly eating a boob pizza.
A boob pizza. A leftover boob pizza. He's just eating it. And he's just like so sad, head in his hands. And she goes, Kennedy? It's like, no. She's like, sorry, wait. Dad. Like, looks up. Like, oh, hi, honey. How'd it go tonight? I said yes. That doesn't actually explain. What do you said? I gave him the extension, Dad. Elijah's going to get his taxes done and you can continue to have your boob pizza. It's not boob. You never heard that word. It's not. Dad, I can see it. I know what it is. And that's okay. But I was thinking about how like Elijah loves making pizza so much the way that I love doing the taxes, and that sometimes we just need to like be gracious to other people. And then I was thinking about how you and I have been working together, and I don't think it's good. And I actually don't think you enjoy being vice tax collector because you're not actually doing the work. You're just having to like report to me. And I don't think that's actually fulfilling to you. And I want you to not get hung up on this, and you should go do something else. So like, with the utmost respect and love, Kimberly says no to your vice tax collectorship. You are free from service. Go chase your dream, Dad. I love you. Go get it. And Kennedy realizes, wait, I can have other dreams. Dreams can die, but that's so new ones can be born. Yeah. And you find out closer to the heart of like, what is it do I actually want to do? And he realizes he could go get a tax-related job in Faxville, and the commute's not too bad.
Yeah,
and he
it's
could
like
do
25 minutes.
Yeah, it's 25 minutes, and he makes six figures.
It pays better. Yeah, it's
this
much
whole time,
better for everyone.
You know, he's been doing the baseball coaching, but now he can like go actually like, you know, do more. Like he just never believed himself. He needed he wanted the lottery system to hopefully get him there, because then that way it was like, if I'm not good enough, like but fate. Chance happened. Yeah, and if I do a horrible job, then people are like, well, yeah, they were just like randomly put in. But then his 12-year-old daughter was doing so well, and he was so close to it. How would he even be able to follow it up? Yeah. And so, because like, where did Kimberly get her powers? Of thought, not actual powers. I know she had tax senses. Again, it's just that gut feeling. It's gut feeling, yeah. You know, it's because her dad had all that in him too. And so he's going off and he gets to like do that.
It gets to reawaken that part of him.
Yeah. And so Elijah learns how to do taxes. He submits them. Kimberly for now is our tax collector, and she's doing such a good job. And I think that she maybe brings in tax little courses into schools because, like, I don't know. I feel like that'd be nice to learn how to
financial literacy course.
Yes, she like petitions to get a financial literacy course added to the schools. Mm-hmm. And it's exciting.
And she submits it with the curriculum pre-written.
Yeah, she does have everything. Now, you know, she does. There are some tweaks needed. You know, she's very smart, but she is still 12. So
yeah, she is 12. There's some parts where it's like, ooh, you didn't really get that part right, but that's okay.
It's like you researched, you did your best.
You don't need to understand about the taxation of 401ks. That's okay. We can handle that for you.
That's fine. That's fine. You know what?
That's actually outside of her scope.
If you don't learn that, even through high school, you at least got something else. So
right.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. But this was a heartwarming episode.
It really was. Like,
for an episode about a tax collector, it was actually quite touching. It felt like a Disney Channel original movie.
It really did. Polly Darton, I think at the end, she like leaves the room. She's like, and I guess it's time for me to go. And she gets in her SUV, and I think that she goes and finally moves houses. Her house is now like more in the woods area, and I think maybe she's neighbors to like Ruth and Scott. Yeah, she basically moves about. It's really not that big of a deal, but like she makes it a big deal. It just gives you the shot of a character driving away in a van. Hard Candy Christmas, but Polly Darton's version starts playing. A soft candy Christmas, I'm barely getting through tomorrow.
And it's like, it wasn't Christmas until now, but it suddenly is.
Well, then it starts snowing.
Yeah.
That's right. Secret Christmas episode. You weren't expecting it. With taxes.
Happy holidays.
Binky, Binky. That's what actually plays on the radio as she leaves. Binky the Shrimp's Christmas.
Binky, 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 Binky,
Binky. Binky, Binky.
Wow. Well, thank you everybody for listening to this episode of Clatfartburg. We really should have done this around tax season. Whoops! That's fine. If you want more content from us, I think we actually have, if you were intrigued by Elijah Pankin, there's a few episodes where he shows up again on our bonus content, which you can go to at clatfartburg.com. That's our Buy Me a Coffee. You can get episodes a la carte, or if you subscribe for $5, we put out a commentary track and a bonus episode every month. The episodes, I believe, the legendary Filipinis pizza competition, Elijah features heavily in that, as well as in the Blacksmith Bachelor Party. And you can learn where Nancy was by listening to Nancy Pankin's Bachelor Party. You can also follow us on Instagram or contact us at clatfartburg@gmail.com.
Kimberly says yes to this episode. This episode is approved by Kimberly Tuppence.
Make sure to file away your receipts. Bye!
Bye!